who's outside the ICE facility in Portland. Jonathan, I want to start with you, Jonathan Cho, because we keep hearing that all is roses and sunshine in Portland, that this is just a beautiful, incredible place. It's the farmers market. They're gathering their organic herbs in the daytime, and there's just no problem. And Donald Trump is creating the problem, they say.
Well, there are definitely some nice parts.
Gotta start checking the indications instead of assuming that they have it like good. Clear, no aerial, good. No special, that's good to know. Alright, pretty chill 300.
As you can see right now, they're coming out, and the officers usually open the door, and vehicles are being escorted to this side, and the activists to again harass these officers. Restraint right now being shown by these officers. Right now, those arresting a justice escort, so vehicles can leave this area. Meanwhile, with a 360 view of really what's happening.
I should have grabbed my ring and ranging boots, because honestly it's void.
100 days now, causing chaos in this neighborhood. So you start to realize how disruptive this is, and right now the local authorities, their plan is just not working.
All right, Jonathan Fahey, look, there are varying degrees of chaos and disruption. But as we saw in that Broadview video near Chicago, people throwing themselves, and I know Jonathan has taken video to this effect as well, people throwing themselves in front of ICE vehicles, banging on the vehicles, being dragged sometimes down the street. But I mean, this is craziness, and it is a violation of federal statute. We're seeing some of the video now in Chicago. But several federal statutes are implicated here. What should we expect? The Trump administration just to look the other way?
Well, it seems like that's what the Democrats want, that Donald Trump should just refuse to do his job, which is to enforce immigration laws, which, as we've talked about before, he's required to do. And this just shows these protesters, or whatever you want to call them, they're really just a manifestation of today's Democratic Party. There's no difference in the rhetoric, and there's no difference in the tactics. And Donald Trump is exactly right to bring in the National Guard to Oregon, because this has been going on not just for 90 days, but really the better part of like 7 or 8 years that they've been obstructing ICE at the encouragement of local officials who are encouraging them to defy ICE, because these local officials are willing to put the public safety of their residents behind their hatred of Trump and behind the interests of illegal aliens. But if Donald Trump cannot enforce a federal law without the National Guard, or if he needs it to facilitate that, he's perfectly lawfully allowed to do so in his right. And I would suggest it should do this, because it's time for this nonsense to stop, and it's time to enforce a law, and people obstructing ICE and hurting the agents should get locked up, and that should be the
Pam Bondi put out a letter today basically saying enough is enough. People who do this type of interference and violent obstruction of ICE should suffer the penalties, the criminal penalties. And she put out a pretty tough memorandum to all members of the Justice Department saying we're taking this very seriously now. Jonathan Cho, there are tents up right outside the ICE facility where you are right now, and it looks to be kind of a open borders group at one of the tents. Did you actually talk to these individuals? Are they getting paid? What are they doing there?
Well, those tents that you're referring to are right behind me right now. Again, the ICE facility is right here, and then you've got this tent encampment here. And what's been happening is that some of the activists have been staying in this tent. Others have called it and keep a refueling station. So basically, people are staying here, get supplies, get food, and then protest day after day after day. Now, earlier, I spoke to one of the nonprofits that also set up a tent called the Portland Immigration Coalition. And basically, what they do is they tell neighbors how to spot ICE agents in the community and to report that. So that's the type of dynamic, that's the type of tension, again, that's built in. And of course, the neighbors behind me, they're the ones that are the most frustrated. And many of them say they welcome the Trump administration and the list that's supposed to come.
Jonathan Fahey, Bondi clearly has had enough. Looks like the ICE operations are going to ramp up, if anything, in places like Portland, Seattle, Chicago, Memphis with crime and other drug trafficking issues. The Trump administration obviously thinks that this is an ongoing problem and that regular law-abiding Americans want the government to do something about it. Is there a risk of overreaching? Is there a risk of him going a little bit too far in these cities, or is this what the people want?
I think there's always a risk, but right now he's not even close to doing that. And your point with Washington, D.C. is great because it is a noticeable difference in a few weeks. And I think what's really smart about what they're doing is they're targeting high crime areas with a lot of resources. And not only will that help that high crime area, it will deter crime in other areas because they don't want the heat of law enforcement. So all of this is good, and the public is going to be safer and happier and more prosperous because of it.
All right, both Jonathans, thank you very much. Jonathan Cho, stay safe out there. All right, well, the peace president was very busy again today in a major moment for the Middle East. President Trump announced his 20-point plan to stop the fighting between Israel and Gaza. Now, with all major players in the Middle East on board, it seems, Trump made it clear that the fate of Gaza rests with Hamas. Agree to the terms or else.
Hamas rejects the deal, which is always possible. We're the only one left, but I have a feeling that we're going to have a positive answer. But if not, as you know, baby, you'd have our full backing to do what you would have to do.
He was there with Bibi Netanyahu. Here to discuss is Victoria Coates, former Trump Deputy National Security Advisor. Victoria, Netanyahu seemed to be on board today. How big is this, and what are the chances that Hamas actually says, okay, enough, the hostages will be released, whether they're any alive or we're talking all now deceased?
Well, Laura, good to be with you. And certainly the Prime Minister seemed to be very much on board with what President Trump and his administration are proposing. And it's important to see there are three things this deal would do and one thing it wouldn't. The three things are bring the hostages home immediately, within 72 hours, even before Yom Kippur. That would be amazing. The second is guarantee Israel's security. The third is get rid of Hamas. They can either disarm and decide to lead a better life, or they can leave. They can be given safe passage to other countries. And then the one thing it doesn't do is it does not make the establishment of a Palestinian state that was so shamefully recognized with scare quotes by some of our European and even North American allies at the United Nations this week. But it doesn't make that creation of a Palestinian state a prerequisite to this deal going into place. So those are the key points. And if Hamas accepts it, that means that some of the individuals who have been members of Hamas may survive. If they don't, the president's message was very clear. I will support Israel wiping you out. That's their choice.
And he cited specifically the work of Steve Witkoff, his envoy, and Jared Kushner, who, of course, was so incredible in the Abraham Accords, which President Trump actually invoked today when he was standing in that press conference with Netanyahu to watch.
Who knows? Maybe even Iran can get in there. I hope. We hope we're going to be able to get along with Iran. I think they're going to be open to it. I think they might very well be there. It's a great thing for them economically.
Is that wishful thinking, Victoria?
Well, I mean, I worked closely supporting Jared in the Peace to Prosperity plan that was announced in January of 2020. That was also a good faith effort. The Palestinian people should know that this is the second time President Trump has put a deal on the table for them that will make their lives more secure, more prosperous, that will create a good path for their children. So this is all very sincere. And so, I mean, this is here for them. But as we all are thinking, the burden is going to be on the Palestinians now, Laura, to say yes. to say, okay, we've had enough. We're going to do this. We're going to get to some kind of resolution to this conflict. But this has been on the table for 90 years before the establishment of modern Israel. So it's going to have to be Hamas that says yes.
Yeah, well, the Iran thing would be, that would be so wild if they agreed to be part of the Abraham Accords. Victoria, this was wild to see. If Trump pulls this off and doesn't get the Nobel Prize, Peace Prize, then the whole Nobel Committee should be completely disbanded and just maybe all right, Victoria, thank you so much. Great to see you. And coming up, the father of a young woman murdered by an alleged career criminal torches Democrats.
You will be sick and tired of my face and my voice until this gets fixed. I will fight until my last breath for my daughter.
And that father joins us next.
When do you gotta move those? Alright, if you nap or something, I'll wake you up.
Go to lifehack.net or call 77543-3822. Hey everybody, phone's back in the laser flying. And if you don't have leaf filter, guess where they're going? Into your gutter. And that's gonna cost you. We're talking constipation, rotten soffit. Water is hitting your foundation, which could cause thousands of dollars in damage. Call your local leaf filter trusted pros for America's #1 gutter protection. And get the water away from your house and out of your life for good. Call us today for a free inspection and estimate. Call 833-LEAF-FILTER or visit leaffilter.com.
Worried about your brain health? Cerefolin Brain Wellness has a dual-action formula that slows cognitive decline while improving memory, focus, and concentration. Neurologists recommend it. Cerefolin Brain Wellness.
This is a keepsake frame. This is actually a photo from my wedding. I'm Adam Weiss, founder and CEO of Keepsake, a mobile app that makes it easy to have your photos printed, framed, and shipped to your doorstep. You just choose a photo that you love, you can preview it in over 100 frames, and in a couple of days, you're going to receive your photo in a beautiful, handmade frame. So if you've got a special photo on your phone, install the free Keepsake app. We would love a chance to frame it for you.
What could you do with your day if you could treat at home? Ask your doctor about Vyvgart Hytrulo, now pre-filled for self-injection. These bills are crazy.
She has no idea she's sitting in a gold mine. She doesn't know that if she owns a life insurance policy of $100,000 or more, she can sell all or part of it to Coventry for cash, even a term policy. Even a term policy? Even a term!
Find out if you're sitting on a gold mine. Call Coventry Direct today at 800-496-9200 or visit coventrydirect.com. How does the world's most trusted dog expert keep his own dog so healthy?
I am Peter Milan. In my 20 years rehabilitating dogs, I see too many struggle with health problems with no amount of training. Then I discovered it wasn't the dog, it was their food. Fortunately, I found veterinarian Dr. Marty and give a break.
Meet your friend of the app with your foods that are free to smoking in the gym.
I saw a remarkable improvement in my dog within weeks.
Plus, get free testing info or visit drmartypets.com.
Nope.
From the looming government shutdown to the latest military indictment.
You asked Mom that, not me. It's not up to me.
Inflation and economic uncertainty have affected all of us. But if you have a structured settlement or annuity, J.J. Wentworth can help you get a lump sum of cash now in exchange for some or all of your future payments. J.J. Wentworth has helped individuals get over $290 million in the past year alone. So why live month to month in these uncertain economic times? Call J.G. Wentworth today at 877-CASH-NOW and get the cash you need now from your structured settlement. Call now.
Every warm strength starts with restful sleep. Sleep fuels your immunity and clarity, filling your day with vibrant energy. Sleep recharges you, empowering you to thrive.
I didn't say yes.
That's why
Mom said yes, that means I say no.
Sleep a priority on a
Yeah, you can.
supportive mattress made with American craftsmanship. Because the quality of your sleep helps shape the quality of your life. Sattva. Unlock the superpower of a great night's sleep. Guys, how frustrating is it to find a great pair of jeans? Too tight here, too loose there, too long there? Standard jeans use just 2 measurements, and Tailor Custom Jeans use 7 different measurements to give you the perfect fit. Your phone can measure you right now. Download the M-Tailor app on iOS or Android. Choose from hundreds of styles. M-Tailor measures you digitally and is 20% more accurate than a professional tailor. With free shipping and a money-back guarantee, get your new favorite pair of jeans today. M-Tailor, available on the Apple App Store or Android.
How many times are we going to hear that someone was killed, someone was hurt, someone was maimed because a career criminal was let out on the street? Well, just this week, an off-duty NYPD officer was shoved onto the subway tracks, allegedly by a thug with 18 priors. Aaron Walker is now charged with attempted murder. He was arrested 2 days after being put on supervised release for assault on the subway. Of course, we all remember 23-year-old Irina Zarutska, the Ukrainian refugee stabbed to death on a commuter train. And now, we're going to introduce you to Logan Federico, a 22-year-old aspiring teacher. She was visiting friends when a 30-year-old with a lengthy rap sheet broke in and murdered her in cold blood.
Think about your child coming home from a night out with their friends, laying down, going to sleep, feeling somebody come in the room and wake them, and drag her out of bed, naked, forced on her knees, with her hands over her head, begging for her life. She was 5'3". She weighed 115 pounds. Bang! Dead. Gone. Why? Because Alexander Devontae Dickey, who was arrested 39 times, 25 felonies, was on the street. You will be sick and tired of my face and my voice until this gets fixed. I will fight until my last breath for my daughter. Stop protecting the people that keep taking them from us. Please. You have the power. We put you in the power to do what you have to do. We're asking you, we're begging you all to stop this.
Here with me is that father you just heard.
You can leave me after that?
And I was enraged with you. First of all, I'm so sorry for the loss of your daughter.
It pissed me off so much I went to roll a smoke since I died and I was upset, so let's make it worse and just kick me. Fucking great, thanks. Enjoy your fucking 8 scaled raid with 7 people. They fail, it's their fault for leaving me, for me not helping them. Good job. Can't wait. 10 fucking seconds is just 300, dude. We're gonna finish it under 30 minutes. Don't worry about the fucking time like it's a fucking 500 30-minute timer or something. My god, that really annoyed me. First raid. First raid of the day, and that happened.
But they're more concerned about keeping them out of the prisons and out of the institutions that they are, putting them in there to try to rehabilitate them. You can't rehabilitate some of these guys. It's just impossible.
Steve, there was a moment during this hearing when a Democrat, Congresswoman Deborah Ross, confused your daughter with another victim. Let's watch this.
I also want to express my deepest condolences to the family of Irina Zarutska. We should have been doing more to prevent crime and address the lack of mental health care long before this hearing, particularly... Oh, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry for your loss, and my heart goes out to you.
Steve, you know, we heard the activists 5 years ago say, know her name, know his name. And you think this was more than just a mistake. It's a general sense of carelessness and heartlessness that just had to have added to the pain that I know you're already feeling as a parent.
It was humiliating. I mean, I did my homework before I went to the meeting. I would have known exactly who I was talking to. The meeting was about violence against, you know, the innocent. And not to know who Logan was, her picture was right there. They're blondes, they're beautiful, but not to know who you were referring to, it was a little embarrassing and hurtful.
Steve, how are you? This is what I thought of when I saw you in the video. How are you as a father getting through this?
Well, you know, I'm fighting for Logan. I have to be Logan's voice because nobody else will be. I don't have anybody fighting for her. I don't have anybody fighting for her justice. Somebody has to fight for the innocent people that are left there. You know, we've got to make some drastic changes here in our system. People like Alexander Dickey should not be on the street. People know that. There's no reasonable argument that somebody can give me why he was on the street. They just can't, and they won't. They haven't. They haven't even tried. Okay?
They have
so
no answer. They have no answer.
There's zero answer.
Yeah, they don't want to answer, but you confronted them, Steve, with the truth and with the righteous anger of a father. And I salute you. I actually going to get teared up on this segment because it's so upsetting. I'm praying for you and your family because I know peace is going to be hard to get, but we're really praying for you. And thank you for doing what you're doing. And anything I can do to help you, you know how to get in touch with me, and I mean it. Okay, Steve?
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. An Iowa high school is being investigated by the district after GOP Congresswoman Ashley Hinson exposed it for having a, quote, bisexual plus awareness week. Now, Hinson only became aware of it because her 14-year-old son goes to Linmar High School in Marianna, Iowa, and told her how it was incorporated into its student-led news program.
This week we are kicking off Bisexual Plus Awareness Week.
Use symbols like the bisexual pride flag or wear buttons that support bisexuality to show your allyship. Use terms like bisexual plus to be inclusive of all non-monosexual identities.
A non-monosexual identity refers to sexual orientations that are not exclusively homosexual or heterosexual. This term encompasses a range of identities, including bisexual, pansexual, fluid, queer, and asexual. Non-monosexual identities emphasize that attraction can be complex and not limited to traditional binaries.
This sounds like a bad, if Saturday Night Live were actually funny, this would be it. Here with me is Iowa Congresswoman Ashley Hinson. It's actually not funny though, but I don't even know what that is, bisexual plus awareness. I have no idea what bisexual plus means. What is going on in Iowa though? Now, Iowa is such a great state, Republican state generally, except for Des Moines. You got a superintendent who's an illegal alien carrying a gun with a former weapons charge. Now you got this. What is happening?
It's a wild week in education here in Iowa, Lauren. You know, as a mom to a teenager, your conversations about teenage angst should be with your kid, not with the school. And I think what we saw happen this week was just, it was wild. At first, when I saw the video, I thought it was a complete joke, but you heard it, right? I led the student newscast in the morning for morning announcements all 5 days last weekend. Our school should not be in the business of indoctrinating our kids or talking about sexuality. And on Saturday, actually, you know, when I think about all the mama bears who are frustrated about this content being in our schools, I was at the marching band competition. I had a parent tap me on the shoulder and say, hey, thank you for speaking up about this, because I think it's crazy that they're not focused on achievement in education with reading, writing, and arithmetic. Instead, they're focused on sexuality and binaries and monosexuality. I think we should be letting kids be kids and not focus on this stuff.
Do you even know what this is, bisexual plus? And they seem to add a new letter of the alphabet or new symbol every time you turn around. What does that even mean? You know what it means?
I don't even know what it means, but I think the most important thing is we should be having this conversation with our kids. Right, when you were trying to talk to me about this at school. You know, I have other parents who are now sending me posters that their kids are taking pictures of at school. So I think this is really just the tip of the iceberg. And the school put out a statement today kind of responding to this. And to me, it was so inadequate. And it's very clear that they just upset that they got caught.
Well, they didn't get back to us. They didn't get back to us. We reached out. So what did they say to you?
Basically that they're going to review their process so that the parents are more informed about this going out. And so again, they're not ashamed that they did it. They just didn't do the proper process. But I think this is why it's important that we are stepping up to investigate here with the Department of Ed, because we need to know what teacher
that's how you
this
do
content
that.
going out. What's the accountability that goes along with this? Because I'm pretty sure there was a law or an executive order that was violated here.
Yeah, well, we have a lot of work to do in Iowa. You guys got some crazy stuff going on there. Congresswoman, keep at it. Get other parents involved. Fight for your schools. These are kids. It's like grooming stuff going on. I don't know what it is, but it's got to stop. Coming up, will New Jersey go red? New Jersey gubernatorial candidate Jack Ciattarelli is here.
For the last 8 years, I've been in bed, basically. After taking Relief Factor, after 2 weeks, when I woke up in the morning, I could open and close my hands, stand on my feet without them killing me. The pain just subsided.
If pain is affecting your life, see how Relief Factor can help you fight back. 100% drug-free, Relief Factor doesn't mask pain, it helps eliminate it. Call or go online. Get your 3-week quick start today, only $19.95.
My son was always a happy-go-lucky. You were 25 when you got in. You walk in the intensive care room and you don't even recognize it.
The need for Wounded Warrior Project continues. Your support is even more important now, because the greatest casualty is being forgotten.
It was a real hard time for us. And then watch the Warrior Project. That's right there is where everything started changing.
Our donors help their expand and receive programs and services that rebuild their lives. Please call those who already faithfully given.
No.
Call or go online with your gift of just $19 a month.
Eric's come along
Where?
and he doesn't give up.
Yeah, Eric,
keep
come on.
fighting and pushing forward.
My life is not what I planned, but Wounded Warrior Project has helped me get past the pain and
Good boy.
Please, call or go online with your gift of $19 a month,
Right.
and we'll send you this Wounded Warrior
Did
Project
you like
blanket
your job?
as a thank you.
That's a very powerful one. One warrior carried along the battlefield.
Hang on, I'm in a rolling one. Hang on.
The people of this nation carried that warrior.
Please, give a little to those who gave so much for us.
This weight is hard.
My belief is bad. My energy
Monty, will you stop fucking licking me, dickhead?
Toxins, fatty foods,
Jesus.
and alcohol can clog your liver, causing slow metabolism and digestive issues.
Liver Health Formula is a breakthrough all-natural supplement that can help detox your liver, increase your metabolism, and improve digestion. The secret is a combination of active ingredients that optimize the body's natural detox process, promotes fat burning, and supports bile production. You can lose weight naturally, reduce bloating, and have more energy.
Over 2 million bottles of Liver Health Formula have already been sold.
Weight loss just got easier.
The volume is gone. Your energy is back.
A new you starts with Liver Health Formula.
Head to purehealthresearch.com now and use promo code FOXNEWS to receive 50% off. Satisfaction is guaranteed. It will work or you won't pay a penny. Go to purehealthresearch.com. Unlike former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee, a lot of times you can't control the amount of sleep.
Yeah. 8 minutes.
I wake up feeling alert and like I've had the best night's sleep.
Stop being afraid and start sleeping your fears away with Relaxium Sleep.
It was
Your
like
body
lagging me or
and your
something.
mind will thank you. Take Relaxium Sleep. It'll work. I promise you it'll work.
My company is so confident that Relaxium will work for you, he's asked us to give away 1,000 bottles. Visit tryrelaxium.com or call 801-1737.
Vehicle breakdowns are costly.
Started making some really weird noises.
If your check engine light comes on tomorrow, the repair could easily cost thousands.
Did that transmission.
But with Endurance, you could never pay out of pocket for a costly repair again.
They covered a $14,000 engine replacement.
$1,400. Endurance paid it. Who's going to pay for your next car repair? You or Endurance?
Call right now and get $300 off any plan.
When you can't watch, listen. Get the latest news, business, and news headlines on SiriusXM. Anytime, anywhere. Fox News Audio on SiriusXM. America is listening.
The conventional wisdom was wrong about Trump in 2016, and then after 2020, they said he'd never make it. They thought lawfare was going to kill the political future of his fetish. Well, as usual, our supercilious political sages were wrong. And could Trump defy the odds again? Can his party win one or two of November's off-year gubernatorial elections? First, Virginia, where Republican Lieutenant Governor Winsome Earl Sears is closing the gap for governor. The latest poll there from Coefficient shows she's only down by 6 points. That's stunning. And that Abigail Spanberger is running out of places to hide from her positions on transgenderism and taxes. And in New Jersey, Republican Jack Ciattarelli is tied with Dem Rep Mikey Sherrill. They're at 43% in the new Emerson poll. Ciattarelli stunned everyone back in 2021 when he came close to turning the governor's mansion red, losing just 3% to Democrat Governor Phil Murphy. Here to discuss is Jack Ciattarelli. Jack, great to see you. This is very exciting because New Jersey, I'm going to say it, is a beautiful state. I love New Jersey. Some parts of it aren't so pretty, but that's every state, right? So over the weekend, Cheryl told her supporters what she'd do on day one, Jack.
On day one, I'm declaring a state of emergency on utility costs and freezing and make sure with this massive power driving into the grid we can keep those costs.
So it's an emergency, and it's basically, you know, she's calling your bluff. Like, if you're going to help people, why aren't you calling it an emergency?
It's one of the many words on the campaign trail. There's 77 Democrats in the legislature currently, 52 of which are on the ballot this year. Not a single one has endorsed her plan. And even the governor, a member of her own party, went on TV and said, I don't think you can do that. It sounds illegal to me. Listen, she's out of touch. What I'll do on day one is close out a wrench. The Regional Greenhouse Gas Initiative is a print tax policy that costs New Jersey to $500 million a year. Pennsylvania's not in. We shouldn't be in either. I'll close out. That lowers your electricity bills on day one. She's saying she wants to freeze electricity bills at the highest rates ever. Why would we want to freeze them at the highest rates ever? We want a little came awfully close. This political landscape is much more favorable. We're going to deliver a win in 36 days.
Do you think the issue of, and obviously economy is always the number one issue, and affordability, that's a big issue, but is crime or illegal immigration an issue for you this time?
You bet it is. On day one, executive order number 1.
Thanks.
No town in our state will be a sanctuary city. We will not be a sanctuary
I'm
city.
sorry, yeah, I'm a
It
little...
encourages illegal
The bad mic, bad computer. Oh yeah, look at my audio settings and try to make it to where it's smoother.
In New Jersey, also because of cash to bail. And so we got to stop letting go people who learned how to game the system. Arrest, release, repeat is real. Break-ins, car thefts, flash mobs on our Jersey shore and at our homes, all because people learned how to game the system.
Well, the Chicago Teachers Union, I know, put out a post mourning the death of this convicted cop killer, Assad Shakur, and Democrats, Republicans came out condemning it. You did, obviously, but Mikey Sherrill, silent. Now, it was a New Jersey State Trooper. What the heck is that all about?
Hey, Laura, she fears the far left. I mean, she went to Washington 2 weeks ago, voted yes on the Charlie Kirk resolution, came home, caught hell from the far liberal left, and then reversed herself and issued a statement that condemned his life. I mean, come on, stand up if you're going to be the governor. But if she proved anything in last week's debate, Laura, she's not qualified to be our governor here in New Jersey.
Well, New York might not save itself, but New Jersey can. Jack, keep it going. Very impressed. And we're going to be following this very closely. Jack Chitterelli, thank you. And coming up, the NFL has chosen its next Super Bowl halftime sensation. Well, not going down well. Plus, Rosie O'Donnell is very upset, and it involves her therapist. Seen and Unseen with Raymond Arroyo is next.
Amazon offers hourly employees health care on day one for the whole family.
Mom, come quick!
Go, 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 go!
Should I get that a Band-Aid?
At Amazon, hourly employees earn an average of over $23 an hour.
All right, what are we thinking?
Megacom.
Megacom. Guess this is mine now.
I want to speak to you all about a promise that the Tuncle Towers Foundation made back in late 2022. A promise to eradicate homelessness amongst the 50,000 veterans who are struggling nationwide.
When Frank first started to float this idea of eradicating homelessness of our veterans, of course, you take it seriously.
To see these veterans taken off the street and to be given a dignified place to live and all the resources they need was incredible.
St. Francis of Assisi said, we start by doing what's necessary. Then we do what's possible. And suddenly, we're sitting here in our second veteran village. Nothing is impossible.
What a beautiful day to celebrate a great milestone for Atlanta and the Tuncle Towers Foundation, a beacon of hope for so many in need.
Actually, we were very nervous taking it on. When you take someone off the street, it's a lot more than that. They need all the help. The big question for us, can we do that? And we said, yes, we have to. You know why? Because it's unacceptable to leave one homeless veteran on the street.
This was a hotel. We saw the possibilities of having a wonderful place of renovation for our heroes. Tuncle Towers is providing a model for the nation. We want to deal one-on-one with our heroes.
Having a safe space that reinstills that dignity, honor, and respect, and care, and that's what we're providing here.
We must provide the services on site or have the ability to get them the services they need. And Tuncle Towers checks all those boxes.
It's a way to help them assimilate back into society to have a thriving life, and that's all.
We made a promise to America that we're going to eradicate homelessness amongst our veterans. We can only do it by the generosity of so many people that are watching this today.
It's the perfect public-private partnership where the public can step up and donate land. We can then go to the village. Go to T2T. Donate $11.
With kids still at home and a full-time job, taking care of moms is becoming a real challenge. I was so grateful to discover Visiting Angel. Mom's Visiting Angel helps her shower, regular updates. Best of all, Mom has a trusted companion who cares about her. America's choice.
A primetime exclusive. The Doge employee attacked in D.C. speaks out. From Trump's reaction to the crime to a 15-year-old's guilty plea. Only Jesse has the interview tonight.
These bills are crazy.
She has no idea she's sitting on a gold mine. She doesn't know that if she owns a life insurance policy of $100,000 or more, she can sell all or part of it to Coventry for cash, even a term policy. Even a term policy? Even a term!
Find out if you're sitting on a gold mine. Call Coventry Direct today at 800-496-9200 or visit CoventryDirect.com. If you really want to, it's not just a word city, it's rewarding. Soft mattresses support all types of sleepers. Luxury is handcrafted and assembled in American factories and brought directly to you with our complimentary in-home delivery and service, which is why over 90% of customers would recommend Sapa to friends and family. Sapa, luxury mattresses made affordable. How does the world's most trusted dog expert keep his own dog so healthy?
I am in my 20 years rehabilitating dogs, I see too many struggle with health problems with no amount of training. Then I discovered it wasn't the dog, it was their food. Fortunately, I found veterinarian Dr. Marty's anti-kibble breakthrough.
Nature's blend is packed with whole foods that are freeze-dried, locking in nutrients.
I saw a remarkable improvement in my dog within weeks.
Try Dr. Marty Risk Free for 90 days. Plus get free gifts when you call or visit drmartyhealth.com/3rd.
It's time for Team 19, where we reveal the stories behind the headlines with that return to Fox News contributor Raymond Arroyo. All right, Raymond, it looks like the NFL, I can't believe it, they've already announced a new halftime performer at the Super Bowl coming up. So what can we expect?
Laura, Jay-Z's Rock Nation, which oversees all the entertainment for the NFL, has chosen Bad Bunny, the Spanish-singing, dress-wearing political rapper. He'll be performing at the halftime show this year, but here's the kicker. He said just a few weeks ago he wouldn't perform in the continental U.S. because, quote, effing ICE could be outside my concert, and it's something that we're talking about, very concerned about. Does he think ICE can't go to the Super Bowl? So I guess he'll put aside his principles now.
I don't really understand. He's from Puerto Rico, so why is he worried?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not following now. What's that? Oh, he's talking about his fans, Sam says. So he's
he's talking about his fans. But here's the kicker. He barely speaks and he barely sings in English, Laura. And it's, they call him the king of the Latin trap. The trap is hiring somebody who's partisan and who is very dark imagery in his video. I'm going to give you an example of this video where he appears as Nosferatu. The lyric is, "Where are the horny ladies? One more dance and we're going to be an I was in hell when I found a devil. She was selling the soul and I bought it right away." I mean, is this what you want at your halftime entertainment for an English-speaking American audience? This is the most unitive event in American culture. You got to get somebody to rise to the occasion.
Yeah, pretty sure. It's not my thing, that's for sure. But Ray, Harry Potter star Emma Watson says she's discovered a lot of love for author J.K. Rowling. This after trashing the author in her defense of women's rights over that transgender issue.
How can I? There's just no world in which I could ever cancel her out, cancel that out for anything. I just don't know what else to do other than hold these two seemingly incompatible things together at the same time and just hope maybe they will one day resolve, like rejoin themselves.
Lord, J.K. Rowling isn't having any of it. She fired back at Watson, writing, "Emma has so little experience in real life, she's ignorant of how ignorant she is. I wasn't a millionaire at 14. I lived in poverty while writing the book that made Emma famous. I therefore understand from my own life experience that the trashing of women's rights, in which Emma has so enthusiastically participated, means to women and girls without privileges." So, you know, Laura, I think the spell that J.K. Rowling had was called Shut-Your-Raparamus. And let's see if we're there. She's trying to walk it back. All right, what else? Yeah. Well, finally, Laura, you know you're in a state of deep mental problems when your therapist can't figure you out and you correct things, like Rosanna, her fixation.
If you start to look now, we have lost our country. And I don't know, Nicole, how it is that some people cannot see it. My therapist said, "Why are you so upset?" And I said to her, "Why are you not?"
Yeah, she wants the therapist to be as nutty as she is. I guess the new time. My therapist is going to fire her. Brandon, thank you. Coming up
These entity hider, so runs a little smoother and I can see the floor a little better.
Oh, damn.
Drop is finally here. Drop delivers the weight loss benefits of GLP-1 injections in easy-to-use oral drops, no needles. That's right. The two big drawbacks of weight loss injections are high costs and weekly injection. Drop is flavorless, odorless, so you can just add it to water or your favorite beverage. Drop offers other advantages over injections too. With Drop, you can personalize your dosage based on your weight loss goals. And because you add Drop to any liquid, there's no concern about injection site infections, bruising, or dosage confusion. Drop is the easier, safer, cost-effective alternative to help you achieve your weight loss goals without the needles.
Can't find it anywhere? The Wellness Company has it. No consultation needed. Simply order online and use promo code TRIP to save $100. Visit dropthepounds.com/trip. That's promo code TRIP at dropthepounds.com/trip.
Insurify. At Insurify, we make it easy to cut your car insurance bill in half. Half? How? Just go to Insurify.com and compare dozens of quotes in a few clicks. Cut out the middleman so you can cut your bill in half. Go to Insurify.com and save up to 50% on your car insurance.
Mother Nature never takes a day off, and neither does LeafGuard. LeafGuard, the only seamless one-piece rainwater management system with a free guarantee. In most cases, we can install LeafGuard in less than a day, and it comes with a lifetime transferable warranty. Call now for 10% off LeafGuard, a $100 Visa gift card with purchase, and a $50 gift card with estimate. Plus, call during this program for our double savings sale. Double your savings to 20% off a complete LeafGuard system. Double your bonus for a $200 Visa gift card with purchase. And if you call now, we'll double your free gift to a $100 gift card with estimate. And once you get LeafGuard, you'll have more time to go on vacation. Be one of the first 50 homeowners who call now will receive a vacation voucher with purchase of a complete LeafGuard system. Call now to take advantage of our double savings sale. Don't deal with those old gunners anymore. Now for LeafGuard.
There's one brand the number one doctor, pharmacist, and cardiologist recommended the brand for heart health support. Find out how to get a free month with your first order at livekingdom.com. Catching a killer isn't easy. Lucky for me, I got friends. And they got ideas.
Each episode is its own special study in solving a murder. Buckle up. This one's a ride.
She would never just disappear. This doesn't happen here.
I'm not a spy. I shot her. But they're calculating each person.
Oh, that's close.
Yelling at agents making an arrest. Fox News correspondent Bill has the details. Bill.
Laura, Massachusetts has been the epicenter of some of the most heated anti-ice resistance we've seen out there, but one protester out there found out the hard way that her tunnel vision for hating ice had some very real-world consequences. Take a look. This is video sent to me by an ice source who tells me a female protester who was yelling at ice agents as they arrested an illegal alien in Upton, Massachusetts. And really didn't realize she didn't put her car in park, and that car then slid into a lake and sunk. Well, the ICE agent recording the video chuckles and says, well, that sucks. And agents continue carrying out their arrest as the woman paces around on camera as her car sinks further into the lake. DHS jokingly said, quote, you can't park there, while responding to the video on social media, while others online ridiculed the woman, pointing out that it was a very real-world case of FAFO. And Laura, it's unclear if that woman was eventually able to get her car out of the lake, fish it out somehow, or figure out how much damage it caused, but you can bet next time she's harassing ice, she'll probably put it in park. We'll send it back to you.
Okay, I'm going to laugh at that. Thank you, Bill. I appreciate it. All right, that's it for us tonight. Make sure to follow me on Insta, X, and all the rest. Thanks for watching. It is America, now and forever. Jesse Waters takes it
All I
from
know is
here,
I hate this fucking
and he's
game.
always awesome.
How much time I do it doesn't never give me this fucking.
Welcome to Jesse Waters Prime Time tonight.
Portland picks a fight with ice. Trump
fuck around and find out.
We've been asking for help for months, and finally
Makes sense, doesn't
when you
it?
hear toxic masculinity,
What's that mean?
you tell me.
No, you just said it. What's the definition? How can somebody be too masculine? Is that a possibility? Can you be too masculine?
You tell me.
Hell no.
The media still doesn't know what a man is.
What is your favorite cocktail?
Margaritas.
Who's big balls? That should be obvious. Why do they call you big balls?
I just said it as my LinkedIn username. Breaking his silence on the bloody beatdown. Big Balls is here. Plus,
my therapist said, why are you so upset? And I said to her, why are you not?
Oh, sweet.
Trump's flipping a coin, and he's telling Democrats, heads I win, tails you lose. The wager, the National Guard. If he sends in the Guard and Antifa puts up a fight, Trump says, see, I told you so, they're out of control. Or if the Guard goes in and they peacefully pacify the city, he says, see, crime's down, you're welcome. No negotiating. Left-wing terror is at record highs. They're shooting at Teslas, Trump, Charlie, and ICE. After sending in the Guard into LA and DC, Trump's going for round 3, Portland. This weekend, he directed the Secretary of War to send 200 National Guardsmen to protect war-ravaged Portland, and he's authorizing them to use full force if necessary. Because federal facilities in Portland have been under siege since the start of the summer. Every weekend, Antifa's been on the warpath.
You hungry, baby? How was the sub? Huh? All I got was that berry shot.
Antifa
Yeah,
tried
goodies
everything.
too.
Arson, battering rams,
You like a snack?
barricaded buildings, from smoke grenades, blinding officers.
All right, I'm gonna end it, and I'm probably gonna I'm gonna do something else, but I'm gonna try to fix my audio. So maybe I can just pick up the try not to pick up my TV or something here.
I got bread too.
I'm gonna end it and then resume it with just the title of just doing whatever, pretty much. I don't know if I worked on any of my Hey, I did some hunter today. I might go back. I might go back and do some hunter, honestly. Get 8600 or something. And then if I do that +3 boost, I can get a lucky impling with the jar. So I'm doing content. Like clue scrolls, for instance. I run into a lot of implings when I do clue scrolls. I mean, you're teleporting all around the entire map. Pretty good chance to see them. But I know there's hot spot spawns and stuff that you want to pay attention to. World hopping. But it's kind of like, well, it's a good spot for implings, but it's probably going to be a hot spot for other people. So it's probably best to find them in the less populated spots because people don't want them. I don't know.
Not a great place for a picnic. You might get pricked by a syringe.
Anyway.